I was a loss of words yesterday. In case many of you don't know, um, the lead singer of Linkin Park, Bennington, passed away yesterday, and I'm gonna try to do this without crying. I typically don't like to do like reaction videos to celebrity deaths. I find it a lot of time to be inappropriate, not necessary. Because typically a lot of the time I don't have much to say on a personal level for a lot of celebrities, so I've never felt the need to say anything. But this is something different. The last celebrity death that hit me was Robin Williams back in 2014. I remember in vivid detail the day he died. I remember exactly what I was doing, who I was with, when it was announced he'd passed away. But I didn't get the emotional reaction. Like, I sat there shocked, but I wasn't emotionally destroyed. Yesterday, when it was announced that Chester had passed away due to hanging from suicide, I lost it. I was bawling my eyes out. It was one of the I can't do this without crying. It was one of the my heart literally broke when the news was announced. I went to bed last night hoping to God it was just a bad dream. It was an awful joke that everyone was playing that it wasn't true, but I woke up this morning and it's true. He's not here anymore. Mr. Bennington is gone, and he can't come back. And so as many of you know me, even if you're not that close, you know that movies are my passion in life. I love movies, I love watching them. But if there's something I love just as much as movies, it's Linkin Park. Linkin Park is my all-time favorite musical artist, my all-time favorite musical band. They've been in my life significantly for 10 years. And the very first time I ever heard any of those songs was, I bought the Transformers soundtrack back in 2007. I don't know why I did, but I did. I went up to my room, I put the soundtrack in, and the very first song on that record was What I've Done by Linkin Park. And that song, in a lot of ways, was life-changing in a way. I'd never heard a song like that before. I was raised on pop and country music with my mom, and listening to a hard rock song like that, mine was blown. I had never heard anything like that, and I immediately fell in love with it. What I've Done is still to this day, as it was back in 2007, my all-time favorite song. I love that song to pieces. I think it's perfect. And as I tried listening to it last night, I got halfway through that song before I started bawling my eyes out. I couldn't sing the entire thing. I tried multiple times, and every single time I get halfway through, and I just couldn't do it. This has had a larger impact on me than I would have ever imagined. Like I said, no celebrity death has ever broken me like this. And the worst part of it is how it happened. If Chester had died in a car crash, that would have been terrible, tragic. If he'd been shot at a concert or something through hate, that would have been tragic as well. But knowing that he took his own life because he wasn't happy, and he figured if he took his own life, he'd be happier than he is living here is it's a terrible thought, and I hate the idea that he felt the need to do that, and that was the only way he figured he could be happy was by ending his own life. Linkin Park to me is not just a band. Linkin Park was always a comforting force for me. Like, I've never been depressed or anything like that, nothing like that, but if I was ever angry, let's say from like stupid school drama, I'd put in Meteor or Hyperion Blast, faint one step closer, just scream along, get the anger out. Or if I was dealing with other stupid drama, I'd put in like What I've Done, Valentine's Day, or Waiting for the End, the slower songs, and it'd be more of a comforting force for me. Chester's voice, to me, is perfect. I think he hit the perfect rasp in his voice. He had a great rage, screaming voice. You really felt the pain and the anger he was going through in those songs. And when he did his ballads, they were beautiful. And I think that he might have been really underrated in a lot of ways, but to me, Chester was the best vocalist in any band ever, in my opinion. He was one of the reasons why my musical taste changed drastically, and he's the reason why I listen to the music I do today. And with Chester, it's not just a matter of he was in Linkin Park in past. As a human being, he was one of the most kind and humble people I've seen. I never met him in person. I never got the honor of listening to them live. But from the interviews I've seen and the live performances I've seen, you could tell he loved the fans to pieces. He never let the fame get to him. He was always there for the fans. He wanted to be there for them. He wanted to make music for them, and he loved his craft of passion. Whether you were giving Linkin Park shit for changing styles ever since Minutes to Midnight, every single album they did, he was doing it because he was passionate about it, because he wanted to make new music. And with One More Light, that's going to be a really hard album for me to listen to, knowing that this is going to be the last time I'm ever going to hear Chester Bennington on any project ever. And especially knowing that that's going to be the final Linkin Park album with Chester. The song One More Light was dedicated to Chris Cornell, who tragically passed the same as Chester just 2 months ago in May. One More Light tells the story of a friend dying and how people say, people die a million times, a million stars in the sky, and how Chester cares. And how Chester is one of those stars in the sky. And I think we all care, Chester. I really think we all care that you're gone. And to me, Linkin Park isn't just a band I listen to. They've been significant for 10 years of my life, as I've listened to them over and over again, memorizing each album, memorizing each song. With them gone, it feels like there's this part of me that's not there anymore, and just it's gone, and I know that it's never gonna be there again. And I don't know. There was one article about Chester's suicide that the article ended with, "In the end, it doesn't even matter." To me, it did matter. In the end, it was everything to me. Thank you for 10 years of music, Chester, and my condolences to your family, friends, and Linkin Park.